Hi friends, I'm Lisa with Made to Create with Lisa, and it is January 2022, and I can't believe that the whole holiday season is over and we're now starting out a new year. And with that means that I've cleared out all of my Christmas decor behind me, and it's all a blank slate, and we're ready to start a new year with new crafting. So for me, this time of year, you can kind of do stuff that is wintry, post-Christmas type crafts. But honestly, by the time Christmas is over, I tend to just put it all away and start over. So I just decided we'll just go ahead and dive right into doing some Valentine's type crafts, and I don't know, we'll just see where it takes us. Eventually we'll just do everyday stuff, but for today we'll go ahead and use our awesome Stampin' Up ribbon to make a heart, okay? So let me show you what we're going to be using today. I know this is backwards, but you'll see it when I put it down. But this is just one of these little cheap MDF board signs from the Dollar Tree that I got during the Christmas season. They have these types of things all the time, slightly different shapes. So you can see this one has the, the kind of wood panel type look to it. Hi Sue, how are you? This one has that panel look. They have ones, oh, actually here, I have one right here. I forgot I got it out. This one was from last year, Valentine's Day. See how it has like little wood type panel look to it too. So they have these things all the time, so you can grab one and we'll make it over, okay? So this one said, "Let it snow," and it had these metal words on it, and I just popped them off, okay? And we are going to cover it and work on our ribbon heart, and hopefully you'll love it. So let's just go ahead and dive in, and I will bring you over and point you down. All right, so here we are. So I didn't actually measure this, but I'm gonna guess it's somewhere around maybe like 8 or 9 inches square-ish. Okay, and with these cheap Dollar Tree signs, all you have to do is just rip off the little metal sign. Now, I personally think this is adorable, and I will save this for another craft. So, and then some of this peeled off, but that's fine. We're gonna cover it. Okay, so that's the first thing we're gonna do. Hey Wanda, I am very glad that you're here, and I am so glad that you're gonna be crafting with me as we dive into the new year. Okay, so I just clipped those off, and we will just pull off our hanger, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull in our designer series paper. You can see this is well loved. This is called In Good Taste designer series paper, okay? And it has tons of different wood grains. It has kind of like some mosaic tile type things, some, well, I guess those would be more tiles, sort of fabric looking prints. See that pretty wood grain? So, so I chose one out of here to use this kind of bleached type wood, I guess you'd call it, like blanched maybe, bleached. I can't think. Anyway, a light colored wood grain is what we'll use for this one, okay? So what I did is I took my piece of wood and I just set it straight onto the designer series paper, okay? And I just traced it with a pencil. So see, I laid it down like this and I traced around it with a pencil. Hey, Marty. And then I cut it out, okay? And now it is a perfect match to cover our board. And you'll never know that it was this type look underneath. All right, so the first thing we'll do is go ahead and attach this wood grain looking. So as always, I use my Mod Podge. And this is the matte, but not like it matters since we're covering it all up anyway. And I just use a cheap foam brush, and we will paint this on. Now I can see that there's, you know, the bumps from where the other paper was peeling off when I took off those metal words, but it's going to be totally fine because we are going to be mounting something on top of it. So if there's a few bumps, you're not going to notice it. Hey, Ray. Okay, I see you have a long comment, but I can't read it. Making Christmas ornaments now, early for next year. You know, there was a huge group of people that do like Christmas in July stuff, and maybe I'll get on that train this next year. I just was not in the mood to do that this year. I don't know. I don't ever think about Christmas in the summer. I absolutely love the summertime and the sun, and I just live it up in the summer. I don't look toward Christmas when it's summer. Okay, I'm trying to work fast because this is going to start drying. Okay, so getting it all over, especially on the edges. Before it dries, I'm just going to go ahead and get this slapped down. Okay, so you're going to want to put it on and get it laid down. I kind of have a little bit of Mod Podge on my fingers. Okay, so I want to flip this over, make sure that all my edges are covered. I think they are. I keep getting Mod Podge on my fingers. Okay, so give it a nice press all the way over, all over. And without shaking the camera too much. Okay. Now I do see some bubbles, and usually that's partly because we had those ripples of the paper tearing off. And then it can also be just because if I put too much Mod Podge on, or if it started to dry or whatever. So I'm just going to kind of keep rubbing. I don't know if you guys, yeah, I think you can see the bubbles like right here on the camera. So that's fine. We're totally actually going to be covering this entire middle section. So I'm not going to be too overly concerned. All right. So I'm just going to leave this for now, okay? Otherwise I could be rubbing it all day. Okay. So I'm going to put the lid back on my Mod Podge. And we will set that aside because we don't need that anymore. Okay, now, I'm looking here at my desk. Okay, so the next thing I like to do, and I will probably do a lot of this off camera so that I won't waste your time, but what I like to do is take a little sanding brush, okay, and can you see how there's a little bit of paper that sticks over the edge? And to give a nice finished look, as always, I like to just sand the edges off. And you always go downward motion. And can you see how that starts to just take the edge off? Can you see all that stuff that's fallen off? It's just the overage, and it just makes it have a nice finished edge. So I'll go ahead and do that off camera. And that way we won't have to do this because it's kind of big. But I'll go all the way around the edge so that it'll be a nice finished edge, okay? Now let me get my dust out of the way. Okay, so I'll do that in a little bit. So this piece is basically done for now. So let's set that aside. Okay, now what I'm pulling in is another thing that the Dollar Tree always has for every season. And it is these big wooden shapes. Okay, so this is a heart, and this is actually from last year. So I didn't even look this year to see what their hearts look like this year. But this is from last year, and as you can see, it had a little hanger on the top. And what I did is I cut the hanger off, and we are going to cover our heart with ribbon. Okay, so let me show you what I've got going on here. I have all of my ribbons that are currently in the catalog that are red and white or any sort of pink that I thought would work. Okay, so this beautiful ribbon here is going to be in our new catalog that starts tomorrow. This ribbon is also in the new catalog, and I love it. This will be one of my favorites. Okay, here's the white glittered is going to be carrying over. This is carrying over. So happy about that. And then this is the only one that's actually just retired with the catalog that I have some left over. So I'm going to use it because I need another pink to balance out this pink here. And this pink is really sheer, so it's not going to show up really well against the wood. So this will kind of balance it out. So just pull out the ribbons that you have and just mix and match, and you'll see what we're going to do. So I'm going to kind of roll these up here, and we're going to be grabbing from all of them. And this is what we're going to be doing. Are you catching the vision? So all you need to do is you take your ribbon, and I just kind of lay it across and then cut myself a piece, and see how I'm kind of going, you know, reds and whites, and I have some black in there. You know what? I feel like I need another black before I do that. So let's put another black one in there. And it is just super not exact. And all I do is just put a really thin bead of hot glue all the way across and stick your ribbon down before it dries. So you kind of got to move fast before it dries. And then you just keep going. And I did kind of half of it before I came on because I just figured we'd be here all night if I didn't. Okay, do you see how wide and fantastic this one is? Okay, so I don't want 2 reds in a row, of course, and I don't want it to be exact. Like, I personally don't want an exact repeating pattern. I know some people like exact repeating patterns, and that's great, and it actually might take less thought if you just repeat. I kind of just like to eyeball. And, you know, and it just kind of comes together. Now, by the way, do you see on this one, this was where this ribbon was here. And it was so see-through that you could see my hot glue. So then I ended up putting this lace ribbon layered on top of it. And that's how I got that one. So it didn't look the best when it was just clear. And we'll do another one of them, and so you'll see that. But let's do another one of these skinny reds. So you guys have to tell me how you've been doing. I know that I took quite a bit of time off, and I just needed it. So I don't know about you guys, but it was just really nice to just take a break. My son is still home from college. That's actually why I was late coming on here tonight. Oh, whoops, I didn't get that on fast enough. So he's up at University of Washington in Seattle, and they announced that their whole first week of classes are online. So he is staying home a few extra days. So I was busy trying to get him some dinner made, and he has a friend here, and you know how it is. So anyway, okay, I have balls of hot glue. Try to peel that off. Okay, what should we do next? I'm thinking another white. So I did not pre-cut this because I am a frugal ribbon user, and you know, depending on where you end up putting it in the heart is how much you need to cut off, and I didn't want to cut off too much if I didn't need it, you know what I mean? So I just thought, oh, we'll just wing it. I think some glue is coming through. That must be why I have little balls of glue coming off. Okay, what should we do next here? I'm feeling like we have to do another one of these. So this is how this went. So I put this on like this, and you'll see how you can see the bead of glue all the way across when I put this on. So it does not look very good. That one actually kind of went into it and you don't really see it that badly, but you do, and I just don't like that. So we are layering on this, which is kind of like a vintage look. I don't know why that's so warpy. It's all bumpy. Oh well, we'll go with it anyway. So you got to talk to me and tell me how you're doing. Tell me where you're watching from, and if you have been crafting, and if you have even thought, given any thought to Valentine's Day yet. I know when we do crafting, we kind of have to think ahead. Otherwise, we never get it done. Okay, you see how that looks when it's layered? I think it's really cute. Okay, let's see. We need another red. I absolutely love this ruffled red, but I think we could squeeze another black in here. So let's do another black. All right. And then maybe I can do another red ruffle. Thanks, Sue. Now, if you guys make this too, you've got to show me. This is so easy. I mean, it obviously just takes a little bit of time, but it's not hard. All right. So yeah, I'm going to layer this one on top of there. And see, we're starting to curve in this way. All right. Put this on there. And we're getting close. All right, now see how we're gonna be able to finish this and then layer it on that board? I realize I haven't done this white in a while. And since it's one of my favorites, let's go ahead and do a nice thick stripe of this one. And when it comes into the bump of the middle of the heart, we just have to trim it with scissors, and that's easy. It's not a big deal. And actually, since we have a nice fat ribbon here, that's going to be easier to trim. Okay. I think that we will do another pink, and then actually we'll be just about to the top. So that'll actually be perfect. So I just go all the way across. I mean, you could trim it if you want, but I want to make sure that it's all straight lines. I'm actually pretty impressed that this is pretty straight. That is not necessarily always the way it works out. All right, let's see if this one here will fit. Now see, that's not quite white enough, so let's not do that one. I'm trying to figure out, oh, what about this red one here? That one hangs off, which I think would be fine. I think we're gonna try it. Let's just try this one here. Bye, sweetie. Yeah. That was my son. He's headed out for the evening. Okay. Oh, you just finished putting Christmas away? 30 degrees in Ohio. Yeah, we had a massive snowstorm after Christmas. It actually hit the day after Christmas. And so we didn't have necessarily a white Christmas, but it was close enough. And we don't usually get that here where we are in Washington. Okay, so now you see that this is totally covered. So what I'm gonna do is just move away all my ribbons, get them out of the way. And then all we have to do is just turn this over and trim. So just take a nice sharp pair of scissors and you'll just go all the way around the outside of your heart. And it's just super easy. I mean, this is just cutting like it's no big deal. This is not hard. Okay, we'll go all the way around this side. And I hope you guys love this. I think that it's such a cute little craft using all of our Stampin' Up stuff, which of course is my favorite. And let's just go all the way around. Obviously there's a little waste there, but you know, sometimes it happens. A little waste. All right, and now I might have to go backwards here. Okay, ready? How cute. What do you guys think? Isn't that adorable? So we'll just sweep all of our scraps aside, and then there we have our finished ribbon heart. Absolutely so cute. Now this is a little flap that I don't like, so I'm gonna glue down that little dot there. Thanks, ladies. I'm glad that you like it. I mean, was that not so easy? So cute. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is just layer it on top of here. Now remember how I told you that we would cover up a lot of these bubbles, and I'm seeing that some of them are still showing. So I am going to have to figure out what I want to do about that. Let's see if we turn it this way, if it covers up more. It does. Okay, there you go. So you got to play with it to cover up some of your mistakes. So I'm going to do it that way, which will cover up some of the bubbles that I had. And all we have to do is just put a lot of hot glue on here. Hold on, I got to get another hot glue stick. What am I going to do with it? It's just going to be a cute little hanger. You know how you just kind of hang cute things for the holidays? Just like, you know, the little Let It Snow sign, like the way that it was. It's just a cute little thing that you can put on the wall. You could even add it to a wreath. I know some people make wreaths like for all seasons. I personally don't. I'm not very good at that. But I definitely have little wall hangings around for the different seasons. Okay, so just stick that on. Stick a needle. Oh, that might work. Well, I think it's totally dry. Okay. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Okay, so now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull in something again. This is from last year, but you can find different things like this. So this is from the Dollar Tree. And they used to make, this is from last year, and they had little bags of metal words. And so you could cut words out of paper or get different like wooden words. A lot of times Hobby Lobby has wooden words. I have these from last year, so I'm just pulling them out. Okay, so it was a 3-pack. So there was love, which is very cute. There's XOXO. And then there is Valentine. And because I have it on this board, I kind of feel like I can do like the big, huge, long one. I'm trying to figure out where I want to put it. What if I put it down here and then put like a big bow up there? What do you think of that? Instead of, I was going to just do it in the middle or do, well, I kind of like it at a slant. What do you guys think? I kind of think I'm probably just going to put it at a slant like that. Okay, so we will put that on with hot glue. Okay, and then the last thing that I'm going to add is a hanger. And do you remember that I used these during the Christmas season? I got this big string of bead garland. Okay, you're voting for the slanted. All right. So I got this beaded garland at Walmart that was in the Christmas section. And of course the colors are perfect. So I am going to add this to the back, and that will be our little hanger so I can hang it on the wall. And I'll do that when I get off so that you don't have to watch me do all that. But that's what it'll look like, is with a cute little beaded hanger. I can hang that up, and then we'll have the Valentine on there. And then the last thing that just came to me, so I don't have it here with me, but it just came to me how cute it would look if I put maybe some little gems or something like that, sprinkle around some little gems. I'm gonna have to see what we have in the new catalog that would be cute on here. So that is what I have for you today to show you some really cute ideas on how to use our ribbon. So let me bring you back up and I will show it to you front ways. All right, let me flip you around. I can't stand it when it's backwards. Oh, and here I said I'll flip you around, and I get the timing circle thing saying waiting, waiting. So I don't know, maybe Facebook's having issues with that right now. Yeah, it won't let me. Bummer. Okay, well, I'm going to show it to you anyway. So I will glue on the word Valentine, and this is about how big the sign is. And we'll have our beaded, our wood beads up here for the hanger. And I think that's going to be super cute. So this is what the ribbon looks like close up. Super cute. So much texture. Tons of texture in the ribbon. I love all the different kinds of ribbons. And it just gives tons of texture. You know, some of it's bumpy and some of it's smooth. And so it's just fun. So, hey, thanks, Sue. If you guys do this, you got to show me pictures, okay? Okay, and so just the last thing I want to mention, just because it's so exciting, is, and of course it's backwards since I can't flip it, but the new mini catalog opens up tomorrow. So I did mail out a ton of these, but if you did not get one and you need one, I would be happy to do that. So just message me, because there's some really, really cute stuff in here that I'm really excited to use for spring. Isn't it nice that we can have something to look forward to, the spring? It is so dark out here, and it's only, what time is it? It's a little after 5 here, and so I'm sure it's dark where you are too. So anyway, I always love getting this catalog because it shows you that flowers are coming and cute bright colors and pastels, and I love the spring. So so let me know if, oh good, I'm glad you got your catalog, Marty. So anyway, thanks for being here today. I hope that you had a wonderful holiday season, and I will be with you again later in the week, okay? Have a great evening, and I'll talk to you soon, and don't forget that you were made to create. Bye.